Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing great today wherever you are in the world when you see this. I really hope this reading is able to resonate for you and most importantly bring you a little bit of clarity about a possible confusing situation. Now remember, this is a collective reading, so take the energy how it resonates for you, but I'm just really getting this guided message that specifically, you were done wrong, collective, by someone you once considered your divine being, your divine counterpart, your divine masculine. And this person constantly was putting you in a third-party situation with another, and it only led to their own detriment, because how it ended up being is now that this person is with this other karmic person, they have themselves turned karmic based on their actions towards you. And so you're really going to know if this reading resonates with you because you are someone who unconditionally loved them no matter what, and they seem to do nothing but try and stop your progress and make you feel unhappy in your life. And all of this, I'm just getting the vibe, is because you walked away from them, because you decided to pull your energy back, and because you decided you no longer wanted any part of their games. Look at that. So 5 of Wands is the first card out. So off the hop, the energy I get from this reading is that this person constantly put you in a state of competition with others. At first, you may have not picked up on this. They may have done a really good job at masking the fact that they were non-committal and made you believe that they were someone they truly weren't. But at the end of the day, what it came down to is the more that this person was around you or you were in a commitment with this person, the true nature of who they were revealed themselves. It's like this person was always non-committal. This person was always looking for the next best thing with 10 of Wands in reverse. This person never found a happy home with you or with anyone they previously dated. And they were constantly always on the search for who they thought would be a better option in their life. And collective, unfortunately, you were dragged into this mix. King of Swords in reverse. So it looks like you recently had to give this person a few harshful truths, possibly just revealing to them that you were aware of the energy that they placed you in with another. And you know, this person, Spirit saying, had many opportunities to really come forward, to speak the truth to you, to stop putting you in these third-party situations. This person definitely could have been trying to take from you, trying to block you from moving forward with anyone else as well. So 5 of Cups, collective, you had options, you had other people interested once this relationship ended, but it was like it was never able to happen because they stopped it. They blocked it every time. This person in particular, your previously divine masculine turned karmic, literally tried to stop your pentacles from coming in as well. So if you know that they tried to do anything at your job to get you fired or let go of, or for others of you, it's like anyone who showed interest in you, they tried to create confusion to make you think that they were non-committal, and even went as far as they would message new potential people that were interested in you and tell them that you were the non-committal person. Now, interesting energy to come out in the reading because we're just starting, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. 333 on the reading isn't that of significance, but because 3 is too many in this scenario. And what you guys need to be aware of is, you know, Spirit saying this person had so many opportunities to turn their life around, to be the divine counterpart that you needed, to be truthful, to be honest, and to even clear up any past mishaps. But what they chose to do instead was to completely diminish who they were as a person and constantly vibe in a low vibration. So since you and this person have split or been in a separation, you could notice they're very inconsistent. It's like their truths don't add up. Things that they tell you, stories they tell you, there's always missing pieces to the story. And it's always left for you to kind of discover what it is, the truth behind it. Now, somewhere along this lines, you figured out that they were dealing with someone else. They tried very hard to keep this from you. With Justice being in the upright, they could have been dealing with a Pisces. We've got Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And we've also got a lot of cup and water. So cups are water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Pentacle energy. So Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You or your person could be any of those signs. If you knew you were married to this person, you knew that they were stepping out on you. They weren't committed to the relationship, and ultimately this could have led to a separation or a divorce of some kind. Now, what Spirit wants you to know is this is no longer your issue to worry about. A lot of you have prayed for this person, have wished for them to realize the error of their ways, to come back to you. I'm hearing a changed man or a changed woman, and you're just coming to realize that it's not happening. This person doesn't have it in them anymore to be the person that you thought they did. And this is what Spirit wants you to realize. You, collective, have such a kind and loving heart that you are actually projecting this person to be bigger than they actually were. Because 7 of Swords is right here at the top of the deck. This person is nothing but a cheater, a liar, and a thief. This person tried to steal your happiness. This person tried to make you homeless for some of you. For others of you, this person tried to make it so that no one wanted to date you. So you could have had a fire sign or an earth sign interested in you. And this person from your past, this divine masculine turned karmic, actually went out of their way to break up the passion between the two of you. So they either slandered on your name. Wow. So you could have been dealing with an Aries or a Taurus in specific. And this person came in between the connection. Hello, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This is a live reading. Go ahead and drop a comment if it resonates. Like the video, subscribe, and let's get into it. 10 of Cups is your reward. You deserve this karmic justice because of how this person did you so dirty. So you're going to know if this resonates for you. And please don't make it your story if it isn't. But the vibe I'm getting is this person was so low vibrational that once you two split, you were left with no choice but to come up with your own way, possibly to even make income if you were married to this person. If you weren't married to this person, I see you as someone who already had their own established life and it was easy for you to walk away from them. But if you were married to them, it's like this person was so narcissistic that they could have thrown you in a cycle of you depending on them for finances. And so when they walked away from you or they cheated on you, they expected you to have to stick around and put up with it. So Spirit showed you a different way that you could create an income for yourself, or for some of you, you just went out and got a job because you knew in order for you to get away from this person, you needed to be independent and on your own 2 feet. But like I said, that's only for those that were married to this person or had a family, like children with this person. And especially too, if you had kids with this person, they were trying to throw the fact of child support over your head. Like they weren't going to offer to pay any child support. And also, it's like this person could have been giving to this third party situation, and you were aware that they were buying things for this other person, but they weren't actually supporting you or the family they created with you. They were dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Earth sign, fire sign are the main signs we've got on the board. Now look at that. Your justice is the Sun, because this person thought by them walking away from you for a distorted feminine or a distorted masculine, no judgments here, they thought that you were going to be like in despair and hopeless. And really, Spirit showed you a way to overcome all the burdens that they put you through. Now, once you got away from this person, they definitely have been stalking you, stalking your social media. For a lot of you, if they know where you live, they constantly drive by. They could have even made themselves known with your neighborhood or anyone close to you in order for them to feel like they have access to you still, or even your home. So Spirit wants me to get that message out. If you know your person knows where you live, but they are not supposed to have access to your home, there's something of a message there for you. This person has convinced whoever lives in your neighborhood, or say you have a landlord, or say you have immediate family, even if you have kids with this person, it's like they've convinced them that it's okay for them to go if you are not there. So be aware of this energy, because Spirit's letting you know for me to deliver to you guys to stand your ground. Now, this person has turned themselves karmic because of how they treated you. You were their divine counterpart. You were the person that they were supposed to have this long-lasting commitment with. And instead, they basically dogged you out for someone who is of a much lesser value. The person that they're dealing with now has no morals, is someone who doesn't mind being a home wrecker. There's someone who literally purposely set out to intentionally get in between your connection. And also, this person that they're dealing with now, this karmic, a lot of it was their idea to continue to take from you and harass you. So be aware of this, because this is a really heavy reading. Could have been a younger air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that put these ideas into this person's head. The only thing they wanted was to break up a happy home. And so the karmic feels like they've been successful because they took you away from your person. And notice how there's children in this card. I honestly want to put out my condolences. Like, my heart goes out to anyone who's going through this situation. If you're involved with someone who home wrecked a marriage or tried to get in between you and your family and really put a standstill between you and your person, justice is coming in. And look at that, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. That's their karma. If they're trying to build a new foundation or a family together, it is not going to work out because of how they treated you. So you guys need to be aware of that energy. Ten of Swords in reverse. So it means the end of you feeling left out in despair, left to be fending for yourself, and most importantly, left wondering how your person turned on you so bad. You know, Spirit wants me to deliver this message because it's like, if you resonate with the term an empath or someone who overloves, overgives to connections, 1111 on the reading, this message is specifically for you. This was a huge lesson in self-love. The fact of the matter is that some people, they're very good at masking who they are, but they're truly only out for their own agenda. And it's like, when you decided that you didn't want to do something for this person, or you decided to take a stand up against this person, they could have possibly really like treated you horribly in the past. Either they were physically abusive, or otherwise, like I said, they were stealing from you, stealing from your home. And, you know, I get the sense too, it's like every time, if you didn't live with this person, they would come to your home and they would take small objects from you. Money, sunglasses, makeup, anything they could. And they were actually giving it to their karmic partner. And so just so you're aware, if you notice small things started going missing and stuff, it was the good old karmic's idea for them to leave you in confusion and heartbreak and, you know, to question your person. Because ultimately, they didn't think that you would ever truly believe that your person was able to turn into this person. And so some of you are still having a hard time accepting that reality, that the person you once knew and loved, that person doesn't exist anymore. They have slowly turned themselves into someone who is basically trying to come up against your happiness, your freedom, and most importantly, your sense of well-being. So you need to be aware, you need to protect yourself at all costs. Absolutely going to send out a prayer for each of you that resonate with this video. Just know that this person trying to turn your world upside down constantly is only going to result in theirs being turned upside down. And this is your karmic justice. Rebirth is about to happen. You could have specifically been dealing with a Leo, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or a Scorpio. And we've also got Aries and Taurus. So the person you were dealing with is one of those signs for sure. Now, what they don't see coming is Spirit's about to bless you with a new cycle in your life, and they're about to be put on hold. They're also about to be basically reverted to who they used to be before they met you because of how they treated you. So like, if you knew before you were with this person, they were someone very low vibrational, someone who was inconsistent when it came to their career, love, and not only that, but just like their overall morals. Like, this person, I get the vibe, like this masculine was like party all day, party all night, didn't give two craps about who they slept with or who they committed to. And when they met you, you really changed the game for them. You made them want to be a better version of themselves. You made them want to commit. But somewhere along the lines, the two of your relationship must have fallen out. I get the huge sense that this person tried to control you. They could have really had you sitting at home while they were constantly out partying with their friends, or, to be honest, with third-party situations behind your back and pretending like they were working. So Spirit wants you to know, if you ever had those nights while you were sat at home by yourself and you wondered, was this person cheating on you, or were they truly at work? This is Spirit telling me to tell you guys they were cheating. They were not committed to you at the end of this relationship. And it's because they thought you would never walk away from them. They thought you would never leave. So this masculine in particular, it's almost like they tried to place a sense of dominance over your life. Now, you're someone who shines bright, collective, whether or not you're known in a public platform or anything like that. This person doesn't receive the same recognition that you do. So what they try to do is they try to downplay who you are as a person, and they also try to paint an image of you to be someone you're not to others. And so it took you possibly too long for you to realize what was going on. And by the time you realized, Hermit in reverse, it's like the damage had already been done. I think a lot of you were dealing with a narcissist, specifically a covert narcissist. And those are the worst kind, because look at that, Ace of Pentacles. So every time this person messed up, they tried to buy your love back. Small gifts, small offerings, or them coming around trying to take you out for dinner, trying to claim that they pay for things, when in reality, you knew throughout the entire relationship, it was pulling teeth to get this person to do anything for you, let alone text you good night. And when it comes to giving, this person had a very closed wallet. But see, when it comes to others, they're expressive about how much they did for you, collective. But behind the scenes, you know, especially if you were a single mom or a single female, that this masculine was out giving his pentacles to those third parties more than he was you. Especially if you had kids, this person was not giving you child support. They were spending their money in places they shouldn't have been. So gambling, partying, third parties, I'm hearing strippers, things they shouldn't have been spending their money on. And the thing is, with this person, they really tried to pretend to everyone else that they were your sole provider. Now, this mask is about to fall off because people are about to realize the truth of who this person is. See, they have this manipulation tactic where they like to control everyone around them. They play Mr. Nice Guy until the tables turn, until you realize who they are. And that is when the mask falls and they start to just blatantly steal from you or take from you and project negative energy onto you. Now, recently, you could have tried to voice your opinion about this. This person could be younger than you as well. And they also could come across as someone who is just like free-spirited and happy to the rest of the world. But behind closed doors, you know who they truly are. Someone who tried at all costs to stop you from being independent, happy on your own, and successful. Now, if you went through a separation with this person and it's been a couple years, you finally tried to get yourself back on your feet. Like I said, if you were married to this person, they knew that you relied on them for finances. So you really could have went out of your way to get a job to be able to save up to get away from this person. And especially if you have kids, right? You wanted to make sure you were able to provide for your family. And, you know, this could have been a long process, or you could feel like you're still struggling as a single parent. But what Spirit wants you to know is that this justice is about to come in for you, because this person did anything they could to stop you from being successful and abundant. And the sad thing is, you either had kids with this person, a long-term commitment, or even like pets with this person. You could have had a dog with them. You could have had cats with them. And it's like, to the public, they try to paint themselves as this happy-go-lucky person, but behind closed doors, they were really trying to destroy you mentally, emotionally, and most importantly, they were trying to destroy your self-esteem, creating a total imbalance in your life, so that by the time you were to voice what you were going through, it's like they wanted you to look like the crazy one. But see, Spirit's about to have this all come to the light. Something you're going to say to one person in particular, or something is just going to be understood by the right person, and that person is going to make it known to the rest of the community or your family or immediate friends who this person truly was. Now, if you were dealing with a narcissist or someone who was putting their hands on you, they did a really good job at painting themselves like they never did. But here I see a feminine sitting in reverse at home, completely distraught about what's going on in their life. It's like this person could have betrayed you guys, had an amazing relationship, connection, but then behind closed doors, they did nothing but try to break you down emotionally, physically, and through manipulation. Essentially, manipulation of the mind. Look at that. High Priestess in reverse. So for a long time, Spirit was trying to give you the signs of what this person was doing, but it's almost like it could have been too little too late. I feel like some of you were involved with this connection for a matter of 5 to 10 years. And if it was a marriage, even up to 20 years, that this person was manipulating you, cheating on you, and trying to break you down emotionally to leave you in a state of confusion. This is a really heavy reading, you guys. So I just want to send out specific prayer to each of you that went through this situation. Just know that your time is coming, and just know that you are going to meet someone so amazing one day that will treat you the way you deserved. You deserve to be loved unconditionally, and you deserve to have someone that truly wants to grow and put in the same amount of effort that you did into the connection. And if you're an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, this reading is specific for you. You could also be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. Those are the main energies I'm getting for you guys collective. Go ahead and drop a comment if this resonates. This is a live reading, and go ahead and like the video. Four of Pentacles. So look at that. You've slowly been building yourself to be able to get away from this connection. And so it could be a matter of a couple months or a couple years that you've been trying to really get away from this person. Now, this is a warning message from Spirit if you haven't reconciled with this person, but you've been debating it. I know someone watching this reading, either now or in the future, is debating reconciling with them. Spirit is saying, be aware. This person hasn't changed. If anything, they've crawled into an even deeper, darker hole. And it's like, I see you as someone fertile, someone abundant, beautiful. And if you're a mother, Spirit's acknowledging that you're doing an amazing job at taking care of those kids amidst everything you're going through emotionally. So please give yourself more credit. Some of you need to take a bubble bath at night, something to really relax you. Know that this judgment's coming in because it's like, you were misjudged in the past. Possibly you were labeled as like the crazy wife or crazy ex-girlfriend. Take it how it fits. And you really had to separate yourself from a lot of people. What Spirit wants you to do at this time, if you know you were dealing with a narcissist, please educate yourself. I will leave a couple links down below after the reading for some really amazing informative videos that you could watch in order to kind of help guide you and heal you, and really look for the signs of the manipulation. So definitely get the sense that you are someone who either carried a child for this person, or possibly the two of you discussed it. You could be a Libra or a Taurus, but just know that this person isn't changing. Who they've become is like, okay, when I was writing the title for this reading, I changed it 2222 on the live, but I put two snakes, one entity. And so the reference there, you know, it was a clear as day message from Spirit. This person turned into a karmic based on their own lust, based on their own low vibrational behaviors, and based on their addictions. So this is something Spirit needs you to be aware of, that it wasn't anything you could have done to change this and prevent it from happening. This person went down the shadow side of themselves and chose to stay there. And all of this could have brought you to a spiritual enlightenment, you know, really showed you who you are and how connected to source you are. And that's exactly what it was meant to do, to show you that the world you were living in, you were accepting the bare minimum from someone who was refusing to change, someone who wanted to keep you in a mental imprisonment. And this is a really heavy reading, you guys. I haven't done one like this in a minute. So I just can't believe that this is coming out, because it's like, if you're going through this, I just get the sense you wonder when it's going to end, or when you're going to finally feel a sense of balance in your own world again. And I'm here to tell you, once you walk away from this person for good. I don't know who needs to hear that, but someone keeps going back and forth with this person. Even if you're contacting them or letting them into your energy in any type of way, that's why this person keeps having a hold over you and your emotions. There's something that them and the karmic are doing as well. These two could be into some sort of manipulation spells, or, you know, just trickery. It's like they have someone now that's attached to them that doesn't see them as the person that they truly are, because they still have the mask on for this new person they're dealing with. So they've convinced this karmic they're dealing with that it's all you. It's all your fault. If they ever laid hands on you or treated you improperly, they're convincing this other person that you deserved it. And I'm here to tell you, absolutely no one in the world deserves to have their hands put on, or to be manipulated, or to be made feel less than. And so if this is your situation, in order to end this heartbreak cycle, in order to end this feeling of like being completely misunderstood by others, you need to just walk away from this person for good. Now, if this isn't your story, don't make it fit. This is specifically for someone who's been dealing with someone who has constantly made them feel like it's their fault their relationship isn't working out. And it's like anything this person has done to you, they're flipping it around to others and telling them that's what you did to them. So just something you need to be aware of. It's like if you noticed a lot of your family and friends stop speaking to you, stop connecting to you, this person was behind the scenes making up pure lies about you. If you have kids, they were saying you were a bad mother. They could have even said that you were abusive towards them. And for some of you, they were saying things like you had addiction problems or you relied on them for finances, all things that were untrue in order for people to misjudge you and think that you were the one that was really kind of manipulating the situation. But I get the sense here, it's like if you were a mother, you were focused on those children and trying to keep them safe from whatever was occurring in your reality. And this could have caused you a lot of anxiety and sleepless nights, wondering when this confusion would be over. Notice how the birds are surrounding her. Spirit's acknowledging the fact that you've always had spiritual protection from this person, from this situation. And specifically too, in order for you to heal and really regain a sense of peace from this person, all cutoffs need to be made. Some of you may be looking into getting a restraining order, some sort of protection against this person. And specifically, it's like either you were dealing with a Pisces or their karmic is a Pisces, the person that entices them to treat you wrong. Now we've got the moon in reverse, so they don't see it coming, but the way they've tried to keep you in some sort of illusion, delusion, they could even tell people you're delusional. Spirit saying, whew, the Wheel of Fortune's coming in for you. And if you're an earth sign, this third party is over. And you know, you're going to find someone soon, collective, that's going to want to be the proper divine masculine that you once thought you met. For you, for your family, and for your kids. Now, for some of you, if you know that you've met someone who is really healing to your heart, this karmic masculine has been trying anything they can to prevent you from going into union with this new person. So just be aware. But what is truly a connection fated in the universe cannot be stopped. And this is your good karma. And what this person doesn't realize is they were about to become a full divine masculine living in their life purpose with you, full of abundance and growth. And instead, by them choosing the lower vibration, the karmic, the one that was easy to get, easy to sleep with, possibly could spend their money on them, all these toxic ways in order for this person to try and take your divine masculine away from you. But see, what it did was it turned this divine masculine into a karmic, into a literal snake. And they're working for the wrong entity. While you found God, this person found nothing but trouble. So the person you're dealing with, if you two have been in separation, they could find their constantly getting into fights, like bar fights with other individuals. They could be getting arrested. And also it's like them and this karmic person are really up to some not so good activities. So just to be aware, they could possibly be trying to put credit cards in your name, taking out credit loans in your name. If you were once married to this person, Spirit wants you to be on guard. I get the sense too, if you and this person split a while ago and you have finally moved on to new love, they've either contacted your new person or they've tried to create fake pages of you in order to send this new person messages to make you look like someone you aren't. Look at that, 7 of Swords again. And that's it. They want to steal your happiness. They want to steal any abundance you have, any happiness you have, and they want you to be left in this state of confusion and despair. Because the more that you are confused about them and the situation, the more that the lies they tell others make sense. The more it makes sense for them to say, oh, you're the crazy ex, or, you know, there's no way this person abused you. There's no way this person manipulated you. 9 of Wands in reverse, and it's all an act to hide who they truly are. Now, collective, someone needs to know this. If you've had a hard time even talking to people about what you went through because you feel that everyone's going to misjudge you for having a messed up home life, Spirit is saying it's part of your healing. Like, if you keep holding this into yourself, how are you ever supposed to be able to get over what they did to you, what they put you through? And essentially, how are you supposed to heal and be in a new connection? You can't be, right? And this is what this person wants to do. They know that. If they keep you confused in your head, trapped thinking about them, you're never going to have a chance to move on and forget about the connection and all the chaos that they once caused in your life. You're never going to be able to build with someone else. Spirit wants you to know, though, once you truly let go of them, a lot of this confusion, depression, anxiety, and even like wondering where little things around your house are going, everything like that's going to fade into the background because you won't have to worry about that anymore. This person won't be able to be in your energy. Spirit's saying some of you guys recently moved, or you've been debating moving to get away from this person in particular. You could know that they stalk your job, your house. Say you have a social media platform, content platform in any kind. This person actually keeps closer tabs on you than you realize. And this is the thing too, like I said, if you started a new job or a new business and separating them with this person, you were smart enough not to tell them about it, but they stalk you enough that they know. And so someone needs to hear that message, because you need to protect yourself and protect your assets. And most importantly, protect your family. If you notice that mail went missing from your house or any particular important documents to do with your identity, your ID, or even like a health card, or specifically like ownership to something, this is what this person in the karmic or behind the scenes doing. They think you don't know, but see, really, in reality, they're actually trying to steal from you. So Spirit needs you to be aware of this energy, you guys. King of Cups in reverse could be a water sign that's doing this to you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or a Capricorn with the devil there. See, this is what I'm saying with two snakes, one entity. This is the one I'm talking about. They don't realize that while they're sitting, rubbing their hands together, coming up with the next plot to destroy you, they're ultimately creating their own detriment. And it's like, whoever this reading is for, I just get the feeling, even me putting out this reading, I can feel this all of a sudden like sense in my chest. So whoever resonates with this, you could really feel a lot of anxiety when it comes to this situation, this person, and almost like your throat chakra is being blocked. It's because they're trying to stop you from speaking your truth. And they're also trying to stop you from leaving this connection. So even though they've got their cake and they want to eat it too and have third parties and possibly even be engaged to a third party, Spirit just said, behind your back, they don't want you to go anywhere. They want you to hold on to this marriage, to this loveless connection, and feel a sense of loss of control. They kind of prey on that. So Spirit needs you to be aware that the less you think about them, the less you interact with them. And if you just fully kind of take your privacy back, take your power back, you're really going to be able to overcome this situation. And you are very much so spiritually protected at this time. Look at that, Knight of Swords in reverse now. So, soon you won't have to run away from the situation anymore. This person is going to have some sort of wake-up call as well. And you're going to finally have a happy family. I love it. I feel like you guys really deserve a masculine that's going to come into your life and show you what real love is. And like, look at this Ace of Cups. It's like for so long, you've been accepting the bare minimum from this person, and they can't even do that for you. So once you meet this new healing energy, or if you have already, you will have told the difference right away. Like within 5 minutes of meeting them, the way that this new person treats you, absolutely like gold. And this past person, 3333 on the reading, made you purposely feel like crap. Like they didn't want you to feel confident in who you were as a person. But see, this new person in your life, they're going to bring you this deep unconditional love, and they're going to show you what real love is. I'm hearing that song, Searching for a Real Love. So if you know, leave the comments with the lyrics down there, you guys. Hello, Chrissy. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to everyone. Go ahead and like the video if this is resonating with you, because claim this. Claim the end of this cycle, this prolonged cycle of manipulation and possibly someone who doesn't even deserve to have a say in your life anymore, trying to exert the control over you. And notice how Ace of Wands is in reverse. So this person was infamous for whenever you tried to call them out on how they treated you, they would gaslight you. They would tell you you were crazy. They would tell you that you did that to them, or they would purposely ignore you. You know, very much so one of my favorite quotes is like the fact that when someone did you so wrong, they will avoid you on purpose. And that is what your DM turned karmic does. So if you lived with this person and that you knew that they stayed out all night, or they overspent, or they were dealing with someone else and you called them out on it, they would purposely gaslight you. For some of you, they would buy you things with that Ace of Pentacles coming out before in order for you to feel confused and think that, no, this person really loves you. And then meanwhile, the whole time, they would continue to do it. And if they knew they couldn't manipulate you into believing their sob story, they would just take off. Now, for a lot of you, this person was either a water sign or their third party is. And for some of you, both of them could be water signs. But notice how the Queen of Cups and we had the King of Cups there as well in reverse. Look at that. So there's karmic masculine now and karmic feminine. The person you once loved basically turned to the wrong side due to their lack of self-control, their lack of love and respect towards you. As much as you don't want to hear it, lack of respect, you guys. Anyone who truly unconditionally loves you would never make you feel like this. They would also never pick someone else over you and constantly leave you out in the cold. Wheel of Fortune's coming in though for you and your family because you deserve this change coming. It's going to feel like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders. And also too, it's like if this person that you dated or were married to had addictions, they actually used to tell people that you were the one with addictions in order to mask their addictions. But see, if you were in separation from this person and you recently came into contact with them, you easily picked up on it. I get the sense that they were overly sweaty or they had lost weight, or even for some of you, just their lack of hygiene. Like, okay, if this person spent time with you, they could have spent a few days with you and like barely showered or changed their clothes. Just kind of like downright dirty, like karmic person. Like, no offense, guys, but this person I'm comparing to in the past was someone who showered a lot, really took care of themselves. If they were masculine, they shaved. They constantly had on a nice new shirt. But then they just started continuously wearing the same clothes, not shaving for you, not showering, or I'm even hearing not even changing their underwear for some of you guys, which is just like, ew, like what? This person was really low vibrational. See, you always loved them and you could have really looked past their flaws, good and bad, and really just like, even if they ever put their hands on you, manipulated you, cheated on you, you always forgave them. And especially for some of you guys, it was because you had a family together, you had kids together, and you felt like that was part of a relationship, right? When you get married to someone, you make that vow of through better or worse, through, you know, sickness and in health, and through poor and, you know, more successful. So it's like you accepted that as the bare minimum, that how they treated you, you were stuck with that behavior. But see, it was something that they did that you just had enough and walked away from this connection. And it was really spirit urging you to choose more for you, for your family, and most importantly, for your health and your overall well-being. Like, I'm hearing this person really try to take a number on your mental health and then would tell others that you had problems with your mental health. But see, the part they left out about the story was how well put together and how happy you were and how stress-free and anxiety-free you were before you met this person. It was their lack of trust, their lack of care towards you, and most importantly, their lack of respect or control that really changed you as a person. I just get the sense that you could be someone who's feeling really like battered and like bruised, like your heart, your ego, your mind, and most importantly, just like your sense of trust in others, because this could have been someone that you spent more than 5 to 20 years in a relationship with and really truly believed that this was your soulmate, your be all end all person. And all they did was make you feel like you weren't even worth living for some of you guys. And for others of you, it's like this person tried to take away any sense of confidence that you had within yourself. And they also wanted you to feel like you had no one to talk to about the situation. 10 of Swords in reverse. Like if you were to speak to anyone about it, they wouldn't believe you. And so if you knew that this karmic person, this masculine, they had all your family and friends added on any type of social media, or they had their numbers, or for some of you, they worked with them, they actually went behind your back and manipulated those people into believing that you were the one causing the problems. And this happened for many number of years. Like if you were married to this person, I feel like some of you have a child that's either 10 years old or 15 years old. And for the entire time since the pregnancy, this person tried to act like you were going through, what is it after you have a kid and you're really just like down? Is it, I feel like it's postpartum, something like this, where you're really depressed and you're feeling a lot of emotions from having a child. I'm not sure. I apologize if I said it wrong. Definitely drop it in the comments if you know what the term is. But you know, when women have a child and you happen to be very emotional, they say the first few months, or very, you know, feeling like out of balance with your emotions. Some go through anxiety or depression, which is a very normal thing for women to go through after conceiving, because your hormones are from this to that to this to that, and then you're still happen to be taking care of your child, right? So it's really hard for you to regain a sense of balance right away. Well, your person could have played out that story and manipulated your entire family into thinking that you were someone you weren't, that you were either verbally abusive or physically abusive towards this person. And meanwhile, it was them behind the scenes. Now, this is a horrible message I just got from Spirit, but for some of you, this person knew that you were pregnant and they were putting their hands on you during the pregnancy. If that is your message, this is someone you need to walk away from, because they are not going to change. And unfortunately, it's like whoever they're dealing with now doesn't know that, but that is who they're going to be towards them as well. They just haven't showed them that side yet. Judgment's here. So by me giving you this reading, you know, this is really bringing everything to light as well, because these are truths you guys already know. You already know that this person is going to put their hands on the next person you're with, because they showed you that they would never change. No matter what you tried with them, how many times you tried to forgive them. You could have even asked this person to go to anger management, to counseling, to rehab for their addictions. But no matter what you tried with them, they still reverted back to their old self, their old patterns. So we had a few cards fall. I'm just going to show you them because they didn't fall on camera, but we've got the Hierophant and Strength. So Spirit's acknowledging if you were in a marriage with this person, you have shown the strength and dedication that it took to remain in this marriage, but it's time for you to have happiness, and it's time for you, most importantly, to feel a sense of peace. This person as well, if you were spiritual or intuitive, they constantly tried to make you feel like whatever you knew about them wasn't the truth. Excuse me, I had a hiccup there. So notice how I had a hiccup, right? So whatever you were speaking to this person, they tried to make you feel like that wasn't the truth, but Spirit's acknowledging that your spirit team was giving you the signs whenever this person was unloyal to you, when they were stepping out in the connection, or when they were just stepping out of line. Spirit gave you the downloads. So your karmic justice is the fact that you decided to continue to stay in your divine energy, and you know, you're going to find this divine masculine, this divine counterpart truly that comes in next for you is really going to want to grow a stable foundation with you. This is going to be a person that you do get married to and you actually stick it out with for the long run. Now just be aware, because you've got your person in the background, they already know too, this person coming in towards you is very successful. And not only that, but just very giving and loving. They could be an earth sign, but if they're not an earth sign, they just represent that really nurturing nature. And there's someone who is very laid back and loving and giving. And notice with the King of Wands, very protective. And so once this new person comes in, Spirit's almost urging you to really kind of let them know the situation at hand, because this person is going to want to protect you at all costs. And that's really beautiful, because you guys deserve that. Someone to protect you and your children, especially after a time of really feeling like taken from, defeated, and most importantly, like anytime you ever had a new passionate beginning, your person from the past purposely tried to destroy it. So say you ever had a new job or ever had a new hobby, this divine masculine turned karmic was behind the scenes, literally stalking you so much. They could have been hacking your phone. You know how like exes, or like they say like stalker partners, you know, they put that spyware on your phone, or they try and hack your SIM card. You could have recently discovered since parting from this person that they did that to you. And from what I'm hearing is it's like it could have been going on for so long that you're almost embarrassed that you didn't realize sooner. Like this person could have been stalking and tracking your whereabouts via your cell phone. It's like they can do this thing where either they check it on their Bluetooth, or I'm not sure how this all works, but this person had you hacked. They could have even called your cell phone provider and said that they were your partner in order to gain access to your SIM, to your identity. And also they could have done this when it came to government identities as well. So that won't resonate for everyone, but if you know that this person literally tried to steal from you in order to pretend they were you, or in order to track you in any way and stop you from moving on from them, that's all about to come out too. Could have recently came out. You had to change your SIM card because it was hacked and locked. You were unable to use it. It could have been a warning from your service provider initially that actually told you about this. For others of you, it's like if you live on your own and you're separated from this person, they could have came by to either pick up something from the house or pick up your kids one day, and it's like they somehow got access to your Wi-Fi, and this person literally tried to either change your passwords or to gain access to it, so that when they were around your house or in your neighborhood, they were able to gain access to your IP address. And why they were doing this was because they were continuing to hack you and keep tabs on your whereabouts. And also too, like if you guys have Facebook, they want me to stress, put on that too authentic factor thing, you know, where it's like you have to put it through your cell phone. But see, this person thought they were so much smarter than you that's why they called your cell phone provider, because they literally had your text going to their phone. They were able to delete your contacts is what I'm hearing. And for some of you, that's how they got a hold of all your family and friends and possibly made you look like someone you weren't. So they could have sent out a mass text for some of you guys, really just like saying that you were lost, or you needed help, you needed money, or you were addicted to something, all this and that, but pretending they were you, because they thought you would never find out about it. But somehow, some way, everything was tracked, everything was on record, everything was on file, and it's all about to blow up in their face, because everything could be traced on the internet. That's what people don't realize. At least that's what your person didn't realize. And, you know, anyone who's purposely plotting against you guys like that, my heart goes out to you, because you didn't deserve that in the first place. Six of Pentacles, they know that you're someone hardworking. Unlike your divine masculine turned karmic, we're just going to call them karmic masculine from now on for whoever's tuned in, because this is who they became at the end of your relationship. And for some of you, this is who they always were. They just did a really good job at matching your energy. Because see, you were always a divine being. So when this person came into your energy, they were someone who liked to mask themselves and to almost shapeshift into other people's energies. See, this is what this person does with everyone they meet. So that's why people see them as a good person, or as nowhere near the way that they treated you. See, they don't have the work ethic that you do, divine feminine. They really see you as someone who is hardworking and someone who was going to give them a handout, whether you realized it or not. Because it's like they were going behind your back, taking a handout from you. So wow, if you guys didn't have a joint bank account, this person could have literally stolen from your wallet. If you did have a joint bank account, they were saying things were going to this and that, and meanwhile they were actually stealing from the account. And they were going out and partying with this other person that they're now dating. See, now that you've got this other person that they're dating, though, this poor karmic feminine, she's got no idea of what's going on. So now she's paying for everything for this masculine. And what she doesn't realize is this masculine's got 3 or 4 other karmics lined up behind her in case that doesn't work out, because that's just who your person is. And that's who they were the entire relationship with you. You know, they could have said a night out with the boys or night out with the coworkers. But meanwhile, they were at a hotel with the next girl, the next person. And for some of you, this person didn't even have a preference. They just loved to be non-monogamous. They loved to be very much so promiscuous. So this person was just going out with whoever, partying with whoever, and really just taking from you. And it's really sad too, because 4 of Pentacles in reverse, you could have really worked hard for all that you have and not felt like you ever had enough to get by. And this person was constantly trying to skim from you and take from you. And if you had kids, it's like they never paid child support since the 2 of you have separated. They've never paid a dime for that child or those children. They've always expected that you would do it. And it's like this person constantly just tried to take from you. 7 of Wands. So all this situation, Spirit wants you to know, if it did bring you some sort of spiritual ascension, enlightenment, and realization that you've always been connected to divine, this is exactly what it was meant to do. It was meant to awaken you to the fact that you deserve so much better than the bare minimum, that you deserve so much better than to have to ask someone to not put their hands on you, and you deserve so much better than to be wondering where your partner is while you're taking care of the household and the family at home. Now, if you don't have kids with this person, you were just someone loyal, holding it down, while this person could have been the type that turned off their phone. So, you know, the thing about how like they didn't want you to know what they were doing always, and they would ignore you if they were in the wrong. I just get the sense that this person at some point in your relationship or marriage or like long-term connection, they would just turn off their phone. In the middle of a long night, you could possibly wonder, you know, this person was supposed to come home to you or supposed to be with you. And meanwhile, they would be out at hotels, hooking up with karmics, with one-night stands, with people that they were spending their money on. And for some of you, they were literally paying these other women or other men for their time with them, just to feel like they were loved outside of the connection with you, because this person never felt like they had enough. Could have been dealing with a Leo, and if not, it's like you could be a Leo yourself. But if not, it's just the sun in reverse really signifies that this person did all they could to take away any bit of happiness you ever felt in your life. I definitely feel like, though, you or your person or the karmic could be a Leo, because we've got double Leo energy there. And fire right there with the Wands competition. 7 of Wands too. Yeah, major fire energy. So Aries, Leo, or Sag. But Leo is the most predominant sign I'm getting. We've got double Aries there as well. But yeah, if you had a family with this person also could have thought, well, they were the breadwinner, or they were the masculine of the connection, so they were free to do whatever they wanted type of thing. Spirit's about to have that come crashing down, though, because your justice is getting away from this situation, and you're going to be authentically seen for who you truly have always been. Someone who unconditionally loved this person and gave them far more chances than anyone else would have ever, you know? It's like, if people knew your story, for some of you guys, you could be writing a book about this. You could really write a movie about how this person treated you. This person dogged you out. Like, they treated you like you were nothing, and you really are the mother of their child, or were planning on being, sort of thing. And this person treated you like absolute dirt. And like I said, a message for only a few of you. You could have possibly miscarried due to this person's abuse. And it could have been something that you never even told them based on the way that they treated you. You knew it would just be something that they would throw in your face later. But my heart goes out to you if you went through that. You felt like you created, you know, some sort of bundle of joy, a child to come into this world, and notice how it's just light there because it's only a faint memory in your heart now based on this person's abuse, based on this person's manipulation. And for some of you, you just knew that when Spirit took this child away from you, that was meant to be, because you didn't want to bring a child into this earth that would go through the same suffering that you did with this person. For others of you, you do have a child with this person, and that is the shame of it all. This person doesn't take care of their children. They could actually have children with multiple karmics, other females they haven't told you about. Got a few baby mamas in the vaults. Look at that. And they don't pay child support for any of them, is what Spirit's saying. Wow, wish fulfillment's coming in for you. You really just got to be able to let go of the past. What Spirit wants you to know is like this person isn't changing. And the more they try and come up against you and your happiness with their new partner, the more they're going to be able to watch you elevate, watch you get away from this situation, and most importantly, watch you reach a level of happiness within yourself that cannot be taken away. You know, this person could think they're stealing little things from you or pulling little tricks or trying to stop you, trying to stop people from seeing you as who you truly are. But at the end of the day, once you get away from this person, once you pull back any access they have to your energy, they won't be able to stop that wish fulfillment anymore, is what Spirit's saying. Some of you, though, it's really going to take getting some sort of like protection order or moving across state. For others of you, it could be moving across country. Changing your number. I'm feeling like a lot of you have actually been in contact. Say you haven't met this person yet that's really going to be your protector. You have one family member or like one close person to you that is aware of the situation and is aware of who this person is. I get the sense like everyone else just doesn't see it. Look at this, both in reverse. So you could have feminines and masculines, like longtime friends or family members or even siblings. And it's like this person got to them first. Because once they started to realize that you saw through them, you knew that they were manipulative, you knew they were abusive or a cheater, that they weren't changing, they didn't have good intentions for you. This person knew that you were slipping out of their grip, so they went behind your back and they spoke to those people first. They tried to make you look some type of way so that when you finally had the courage to come forward and let people know what was happening, it was almost like it was too late. But that's all just a sense of belief. Spirit needs you to know that. And if this person's been trying to block your finances in any way, like I'm getting too specifically, they could have only came around you when the full moon occurs. Be aware of that energy, because if you notice there's a repetitive cycle, they only see their children or you when a full moon occurs, they were planning that. They were planning on taking your pentacles and claiming it as their own. And so that's why it's like if you had a small business or something, this person literally took legal documents of yours or your mail in order to create some sort of illusion or fraud that they were the person that created it. So just be aware of this altogether, especially if you have any sort of copyrights when it comes to creative content, like if you've written a novel or if you make music or if you have any sort of content platform. This person in the past had access to either your laptop, your computer, your desktop. And for others of you, like I said, they had your email and your phone hacked in order for them to even send out those messages and claim that they were you. And this is why you feel kind of trapped. If you've come to the realization that this person did do all that, you feel like no one believes you now. Like every time you try and scream at the top of your lungs, this happened to me, is anyone listening? They just look at you like you're crazy, or they look at you less and less. It's like you feel like you have no one you can talk to about this. But see, what you need to realize too is this is a huge loving community. Spirituality in itself, you know, it's one of those things that once you connect with another on a spiritual belief, they will always understand you, and they will most importantly always believe you, because they'll know that you're a true divine being that speaks nothing but truth. And so for so long that this person lied on you and possibly even said that you were a liar, once you meet your proper community or you meet new friends that really like create a safe space for you, you're going to feel a lot better about this situation. And for some of you guys, those people from your past were not meant to be a part of your future because them themselves were manipulated the same way that you once were by this person. They don't see the truth for what it is. Spirit's trying to send the people around them, even the karmic they're dealing with now, that new feminine. Spirit's trying to like shake them to be like, listen, do you not see what they're doing to this other person? Do you want to be next? But they don't get that because they think it's all fun and dandy because they're in love with them, right? And this person could manipulate them, like I said, with money, or your masculine so manipulative, this karmic from the past, that they actually have manipulated this new person into paying for them. So soon you're going to receive some sort of blessing or a bit of abundance. It's like Spirit's going to allow you to really be able to get away from this person once and for all. And it's going to be up to you to cut the cords, to realize that if you go back, you know, the more and more that you go back to this person, if you haven't noticed, the more negative things have been happening in your life, the more people have been falling out of your life. And that's because of this person. If some of you had any confusion in the past, like say in particular, you actually lost a job, like I'm getting when you and this person first started dating, you were someone who was more successful than this person. You could have been like a person who was a manager at a restaurant or a server or a bartender. And for others of you, you actually were someone who was known in PR or even someone in like the medical field or a teacher's assistant, any one of those jobs. And you had a really good job. And all of a sudden things didn't work out in that job. There was an abrupt ending and, you know, you weren't explained why. This person was actually behind the scenes and created some sort of lie about you. They lied on you to either your boss or to your coworkers in order to cover up the abuse that they were putting you through. So like say, for example, you started going to work and you were covered in bruises or, you know, like black eye, even for some of you, awful. This person really tried to lie and say that you were addicted to something or that you were stealing in order to get you fired so that their illusion didn't come out, their secrets about how they were treating you. And so this is something that could actually just clue in right now as I'm telling you this. Spirit's saying it's something you always kind of wondered about, but you never got that confirmation. This is the confirmation from Spirit. If you ever lost a job randomly and had no idea why, it's because this person tried to cover the fact that they abused you. Look at that. So your new person is not going to stand for it. What I'm hearing is it's like if you have a new divine masculine in your life, if they even knew half the amount of things that this person did to you, they would give them a straight up ASS beaten for all the abuse that they put on you and possibly even your children. Judgment in reverse and Magician in reverse. So wherever this person tried to block your finances and also block people's judgments based on who you are, that's all being lifted now. The mask is about to fall so hard that this person's going to want to run and hide. And even for some of them, it's like your karmic justice is the person that they were karmically dealing with will walk away from them. Hands down, without a doubt. This person will want nothing to do with them after they figure out that you're either a mother to their children or you were a mother to their children and the way that they treated you. See, look at that. There's so many illusions about this relationship that you are unaware of. And slowly but surely, it's like Spirit's showing you when you pull your energy away from this person, you're going to see everything for what it is. This person wanted you to constantly feel like you were drowning in your own emotions in order for them to confuse you, trick you, and make you feel less than. Now, Spirit wants me to go back to this message. Some of you have really been debating moving. If that is the case, know that you're being divinely guided to do so, to be protected from this person. And Spirit's going to keep a close eye on you. And specifically, some of you have either lost like a father or an uncle if you are a feminine. And this is a really strong message for someone that they've been watching over you this entire time. They want you to know that you're really protected. And look at that. It's like up in heaven, you have so many spirit guides and angels that are keeping you safe from any harm that this person has been trying to inflict on you. Wow, you guys, this reading is really intense. Four of Pentacles there again. So look at that. I just keep getting the sense that you 4-4. You keep trying to build up any bit of stability just to get far away from this person, and they keep dragging you back into it. What this person does as well is it's like they go for people that aren't spiritually awoken. They go for karmics. They go for people that live in their addictions or are low vibrational because they're easy for them to manipulate. They're easy for them to believe their story over yours. But see, this is the thing. No feminine who goes all through this, who has children with someone, or even if you had no children and you stayed in this connection hoping this person would change. If it took you years to speak about the manipulation you went through, in no way would you ever if it wasn't real. And so that's what people don't realize. But the shame of it all is that your person thinks they're so intelligent that they go for these people that are either younger than them or aren't spiritually awoken, or like I said, that deal with addictions themselves or are caught up in the whole materialistic side of being, because they're easy for them to convince that you're just crazy, that you didn't go through any of that, that it's all made up, that they treated you like gold, that, you know, if it wasn't for you and all your accusations, this marriage or this relationship would be perfect. Now, I'm hearing for some of you, even this person put their hands on you and they knew that you were about to either contact someone of relevance or authorities. And in order to save it, they even threw a marriage proposal at you. No ring, nothing, just on their knees after trying to put their hands on you, for some of you, to cause more mental confusion. If that happened to you, the same time the person did that, they stole something out of your home or stole something from you, stole some sense of security from you. 6 of Cups in reverse, and this is it. You were meant to build a long-lasting family with this person, but instead they took away any trust you had in having a solid family with them. And if you did end up having a family with them, it's not something that you regret, but it's like you regret that you didn't pick someone more suitable to be a father. Because you don't want your kids to grow up with someone who's an absent dad, or someone who isn't a good role model, or someone who is going to abuse you or them or any partner they're dealing with. That is not what you wanted for your family. Now, for others of you that lost a child or didn't have a child with this person and you were quite upset at the time, this is what Spirit wants you to know. It's because you avoided all that. And when you go to this new person, they're going to show you what real love is. Like literally, this person's going to be an emperor to your empress. You two are going to be a very divine couple. So this new person that you're meeting is either going to be an Aries, Taurus, or Libra in specific. And if you've already met them, you're going to know based on their energy right away. 2 of Swords. Like as soon as you met this person, the blindfold came off. Some sort of spiritual awakening may have happened within you as well. Now, for some of you, if you feel like things are moving really slow with this new person, don't fret. It's like Spirit saying you had this huge wake-up call because you needed to be able to let go of the past and to be able to heal. You know, it doesn't mean you need to jump in a new relationship with this person right away. But it means that you figured out upon meeting this true divine masculine that what you were settling for was not acceptable. And for some of you, I'm hearing it never was acceptable, but you literally convinced yourself it was because of how deeply you loved this person and how much you wanted them to be the person that you needed. And all this person did was take from you and stop you from being happy. This is really intense, you guys. We're going to clear it up and get a few more messages. Like I said, though, it looks like the karma for this person that you were dealing with, you know, they're going to be left out in the cold by the new person that they're dealing with once they figure it out. And for some of you, it's like if you know they've dated anyone in between you and the connection that they're now dealing with, that person figured it out really quick and they got out of there. And this made your person even angrier, made them even more low vibrational because they figured out how come they could hold on to you and manipulate you for 5 to 20 years. But this next person came in their life, and I'm hearing from Spirit it was no more than a year. They dated this person and saw this person, and this person exited from their life for good because they figured out who this person truly was. This karmic masculine is someone who's very jealous as well. It's like they don't believe in, the wife being more successful. Whereas this new person you're going to meet is going to be like, it's a 50-50 relationship. You want to be more successful, or I am. Love it. But I feel like either way, the person you're going to meet is going to want to take care of you. And especially after they know what you've been through. They're really going to want to make you feel like you're in a safe space at all times. So too, if this person knows that you dealt with someone who is very sporadic, crazy, and even like abusive, they might get extra security in their house, possibly a security camera, or even like a security gate in order to keep you protected. And for some of you, like a security dog or multiple dogs, depending on how this person lives. Look at that, Ace of Pentacles, especially if this person has finances of their own and they know that your past person is someone who constantly tried to steal from you. Oh yeah, you bet they're going to have extra security. So any sort of protection that you know that they would have. And this is going to really bring you a big sense of peace. Now, for some of you, this person lives far away from you. And this is also going to bring you a great sense of peace just to be away from this person for good. Look at that. So there's so many things to this story that you don't see coming yet. You don't see yet that you have an amazing person that's going to come and really protect you from this past energy. Spirit wants you to know, like, that's your good karma. You deserve that after someone literally put you through the ringer and made you feel like all of this was your fault at the end of the day. This is the biggest sense I get. You collective are still watching this reading, possibly, during the day it's easy to go about your life, especially if you have kids. You got to be strong for them. You got to keep going. You got to keep working. You got to keep the bills paid and a roof over your head. But it's like in the back of your mind, you keep thinking, was there anything you could have did differently? Or was there anything you could have handled differently in order for this person to not feel like they had this much control over your life? Or like they were allowed to steal from you? 11101 on the reading. So there you go. Angel number for sure. You are divinely protected by spirit and by your guardian angels. No more stealing. This person's done. And also, like I said, there's a message from spirit. If you know that this person had a spare key to your apartment or to your house, or for some of you, if they told your children that they were allowed to come in still, however that resonates, spirit's saying cut that off. Make that so that doesn't happen anymore. It's going to be different for each of you because this is collective, but there's a few specific ways that this person was trying to get into your space. So making yourself aware of that and making sure you're protected. Now, the biggest sense for others of you, if you started some sort of spiritual business or content platform, or even like a yoga studio or dance class, or even like a gym program, however that resonates for you, just know that this person is trying to steal your clients. They're trying to make your clients think that you're someone you're not. So spirit needs you to be aware of this energy. And even for some of you, they're actually faking that they are your clients in order to gain more insight as to what it is you're doing to try and keep a one-up on you. If you're aware of this, be aware, because especially if you are a spiritualist, if you're a tarot reader or any type of spiritualist, they do not like the messages that you're putting out because you are speaking the truth. It's like if they know you watch specific readers, they could have tried during your relationship to tell you were crazy or don't watch that, and it was all just because they knew that the illusions they were casting on you were coming out, and you started questioning for that. And if you are someone who has tried to speak the truth to your family, to your friends, or like I said, maybe you're someone who just spoke about surviving abuse or narcissism, they're doing anything they can to paint it so that you are that person and not them. But it's like, everyone sees it for what it is, While this person jumped from relationship to relationship, you really were someone who took the time to heal and did the inner work. And people started to figure that out, especially if you are just starting to date now, maybe a few years after the separation, or even for some of you, you're still not ready to date others. You feel like you can't trust people. I don't blame you. If this is your energy right here and you're going through all this, Spirit's acknowledging that, like, it's okay to have a wall up. It's okay to have a little bit of trust going on right now, trust issues, because you still have a bit to heal. But know that there's a reason why you have these insecurities or this fear when it comes to trusting people. And you know why? Because Spirit gave you this alert. You know, it's like you have this sense and this inner knowing now. You can pick up on who a person is within 5 minutes of meeting them, and ain't nobody can change your mind about it. And this is because you survived master manipulation from the person you love the most, from the person you either married or were planning on marrying, from the father of your children or was going to be the father of your children, right? Like a deep, deep connection. Someone you thought you were going to be with forever ended up being the one person that manipulated you out of everything. Now, say you were someone with a reputable name. This person has done anything they can to destroy it, even possibly flaunting it in your face. The fact that they've stolen connections from your life, stolen opportunities from your life, and even stolen like family members out of your life. If you have kids with this person has tried to make the kids go against you. And anyone new when it comes to love, look at that, it's blocked. This person thinks they went behind your back and have stopped multiple love connections, is what Spirit's saying. So if you know all of a sudden people will be interested in you and then all of a sudden they're not, it's because this person was watching your devices, right? So whenever they would see someone talking to you or giving you attention, they would immediately go in and make up some sort of lie or illusion about you to make you look crazy or unstable or unfit to be in a relationship in order for them to exert that control over you. But at the same time, they were out there renting hotels or going on vacations even with this person and that person behind your back. And that's because they knew that you were the one person who really shined in this connection. You were authentically yourself no matter what anyone thought about it, and this person doesn't know how to be themselves. This is why they control others in their life. You know, it's like even their best friends that have grown up with them think that this person's a good person, but really this person's controlled them for 10 plus years into believing that's who they are. Meanwhile, it's like they could have, say, long time like friends they grew up with, have seen them jump from relationship to relationship, even marriage to marriage for some of you guys. It's because this person was really good at putting on a show. Wow. So the more you focus on really just like stabilizing things in your career, your home life, and most importantly within your own self-love, people are starting to see the truth for what it is. Judgment's here by Spirit because, you know, you deserve this true love that's coming in, and you don't deserve to be left in a state of confusion, poverty, or literally like anxiety anymore. You know, it's really sad if you're someone who has even like a small child with this person. The fact that this person is trying to either make you homeless or make you jobless just like makes me not feel good as a reader. Like, I don't even know how to explain that feeling to you guys, but that just makes me feel a great sense of, you know, distorted energy, because this person is purely karmic. And so you once saw them as someone truly divine, someone who was your counterpart. But the more that you figured out that this person was trying to take from you and involve you in third-party situations with anonymous lovers that they had, the more they tried to manipulate you into believing that wasn't what was happening, and the more they tried to confuse you into thinking somehow, some way, any of this was your fault. Spirit needs you to know none of it was your fault. This person was going to do this regardless if it was you, regardless if it was their past person, and regardless if it's their future person. The only difference is you, collective, you put up with it way longer than any other person they've ever dealt with. And so that's why they kept doing more and more to you, because they always felt like you would come back. They always felt like you'd stick around. And especially too, if you were spiritual, they thought it was a bunch of like bogus, like they thought you didn't know what they were up to. They thought, they lied to you, manipulated you again. And even I'm hearing like for some of you, they slept with a best friend of yours or a family member, someone really close to you. And they thought they got away with it and you were never going to find out, because you could have taken this person back. You could have decided you loved them or wanted to stay for the kids, for the happy home or happy family. But see, Spirit showed you all this in the background. And another thing, a message I'm getting from Spirit is just Spirit showed you to keep your mouth shut until the right time. Go ahead and drop a comment if this is resonating. This is a live reading, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to everyone in the chat there. So 9 of Wands, look at that. Your passion is about to be reignited in life, and it's going to bring you a great sense of peace. And ooh, it's this new person. It's like you could have known this person for a while, but maybe like never like looked at them that way, or never had the chance or the opportunity to get to know them that way because you were always so committed to this uncommitted person from your past. But it's like somehow, some way, there's a chance meeting or a fated encounter. And when you come into this person's energy, it's just like they might be taken back by you, collective, because you might just be like, oh, like, thank you. Like, you're just, ugh. You know, and it's like they could look at it as like, okay, I tried a little bit, but like did the bare minimum, you know? And it's like, to you, this person is way exceeding the past person. But Spirit wants you to not let them know that, because Spirit wants them to keep trying, keep showing you what it really feels like to have someone truly care about you. You know, I get the sense you could have been someone, if you had your last pennies, you spent it on lunch for this person, or, you know, something special for their birthday, or for the bills for you and the kids. And meanwhile, your person was out drinking the money away, spending it on karmics. I'm hearing even buying hotels or like clothes for these other women that they were involved with, or men. And it's like, meanwhile, you were the type of person that would have gave the shirt off your back for your person, and they really just took advantage of that. Look at that. So it's like, if you were to take the shirt off your back for this person, they would have taken it and dipped. Someone needs to hear this. This is going to be very symbolic for you guys, and actually just really interesting. I have not heard or seen a crow in an entire year. Okay. And yesterday I went for a walk and I saw and heard 3 of them. So this is definitely a message for someone. If you see a crow within the next week, Spirit's really trying to get your attention. It could be that the person is close by, keeping tabs on you. And for others of you, you're about to have a huge revelation about something they did to you in the past. And also, if you see feathers a lot, that's a huge symbol from your spirit team as well right now. They wanted me to say specifically, if you know that you have a guardian angel, this is their sign. If you've been taking photos of your children or of yourself or videos, and there's a lot of little orbs or weird unexplained lights, like quick moving lights in the video, this is your spirit team. They're really close to you at this moment in time because of everything you've been going through. You could be feeling really alone or like really depressed even. I'm also going to leave a link for if anyone needs anyone to reach out to. There's so many different hotlines in that. You can reach out to speak to someone about what you're going through. Spirit never wants you to feel alone. Just know that there's a huge world full of love out there, that like people really just want to be able to support you in this situation. I just get the sense though that this person turned your own family against you. So either your own kids or your own parents against you, to the point where they don't understand you anymore. And it's because of all this person's lies and manipulation throughout the long-standing connection. Like if you were with this person to 5 to 20 years, think about the amount of lies you just recently discovered that they put you through. Like Spirit saying, don't doubt for a second that they didn't paint those illusions to the people closest to you. So if you're really close in particular with your mother or with your father or with a stepmother or stepfather or a sibling, like you could have a sibling close in your age you always grew up with. Well, this person, the whole time you guys were together, since day one, basically, since they met them, was behind the scenes trying to paint you out to be someone you weren't. And that's because they were already abusing you at that point, or manipulating you, or cheating on you. And they wanted to create this sort of illusion that whenever you figured out about it, that wasn't what was happening. 10 of Cups is literally the next card in the deck. So this is really beautiful. This new person is going to be your wish fulfillment. And like I said, this person's going to protect your heart at all costs. Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, so beautiful. Could be a water sign. And if not, you could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this person's going to have a really deep love for you. And they're really going to want to guard your heart. Look at that. That is so beautiful. So the person you could be meeting could have tattoos. Either you have tattoos or they have tattoos. One of you's got a little bit of an edgy look to you, but this person is just going to be that person that comes in and sweeps you off your feet, Notice the letter there. I've actually had this deck for so long and I've never noticed that. And Spirit said, look at the love letter. Look at that. Would you just look at that, you guys? Just look at it, okay? Because this is what this new person is going to do for you. They're going to write you love letters. They're going to make you feel so inspired. They're going to be someone who sets up picnics on the beach. They're going to be someone who says, hey, I got a sitter for our future kids, you know, when you have them. I got a sitter for the kids, or for the kids you had with the past person who's like deadbeat parent, never around. They're going to be like, hey, got a babysitter, you and me, let's go have a beautiful lunch at your favorite restaurant, or let's take a vacation, or this person's going to say, let's do an excursion. Like, this person's going to constantly want to spoil you and give you that love that you were lacking from this other partner. And it's going to be a really beautiful change for you. Spirit's saying this is your wish fulfillment. You absolutely deserve this. So just remember that, you guys. And this person's fated to be seen for who they truly are. Nothing but someone who tried to put you in competition, who tried to make you doubt your own beliefs, your own morals, your own sense of stability. And most importantly, too, this person constantly wanted you to feel like you didn't have a home, or a peaceful home in a sense. Like you were constantly moving away from their energy. So if you've recently moved, it's like, I get the sense too, you could have moved initially to be closer to this person or be in this connection. And since then, they didn't like it. They didn't like that you were self-sufficient, or you're someone who's always paid their own bills. They could be someone who always relied on someone else, or like they could have lived at home for a long time where you could have been on your own, or they could live with roommates. And it's like this person constantly tried to make you put in sticky situations in order to not be able to save or not feel a sense of peace. So like when you first left this connection, say you got away from them, you moved somewhere new, this person either had friends of yours watching your house, family members, random people connected to them, or even people in your neighborhood. They could have convinced things to those people that weren't true in order for them to watch you, stalk you, and stop you from being happy. And it's really sad because especially if you had kids with this person, all these people they manipulated as well into believing you were someone you weren't, when you were actually just a really nurturing and loving and giving mother to your children, mother of their children. And if you weren't a mother, like I said, just someone who was really loving and forgiving towards this person who was constantly being a snake behind your back. And, you know, they were grinning while they were doing it the whole time, Spirit's saying. They could have made jokes. Page of Wands. They literally had jokes, Spirit said. They had jokes about the situation. So, like, okay. You know how the whole thing just happened with, like, the court case and, you know, someone was kind of falsely accused and all that manipulation? It's like if you ever went to court with this person, they tried to say that you made it up in order to make you look like someone you weren't. But reality was, you know, this energy I'm picking up, you went through years of abuse before you ever stood up for yourself. So the fact that this person tried to make a mockery out of you is just a shame, because they don't believe in God, obviously. And you do, collective, because you know that you don't make up a lie about someone abusing you. And second of all, you don't make up a lie if you're the abuser. Like, hello? That truth's going to come right out. And you know who's going to bring it out too? That new person you're with. You're going to be in a new connection with a new masculine, and they are going to be the true emperor, and they're going to call out this false emperor for being a dirty, down low SOB, treating you and your children like less than. You know, I don't know what kind of masculine I'm picking up on this energy, but if he's stealing from a feminine and their child, I just have to say, like, karma is real. And if they try to make you homeless or jobless in any way, this is what they're destined for. Like, you know, you could have struggled at one point. Say you didn't live with this person, but you were someone who moved closer to be with them. You could have really, like, packed up and changed your whole life. Went from, say, a place that was, you know, only so much a month to paying almost double that just to be closer to this person. and they turn around and they were making fun of you to others for just being able to get by on your bills, or, you know, for maybe at one point you only had a futon, you didn't have a couch, or say you didn't have a bed frame, like you just had a mattress on the floor. This person made fun of you, but the funny thing was that if it hasn't happened to them yet, it's about to happen, that karma is about to come full circle. However they made fun of you, like for having glasses or having a broken bed, or like I said, having no couch or a futon, or just having, you know, a bit of like less name brand clothes, that's all about to happen to them for the way that they treated you. So also what Spirit wants you to know is you really shouldn't worry about the people that they turn against you, because the people that they're turning against you are masculines of a low vibration as well. Those are pretty much the only people that will believe what they're saying, right? Any feminine in a high vibration is not going to go against a feminine with children and believe they're someone that they're not. Any high vibrational being is not going to believe that in the first place. And it's just in your sense of being. It's like who you are as a person. People get that off you. People understand that vibe, that you don't sugarcoat things, and you most certainly don't make them up. If anything, a lot of you have a hard time even expressing the amount of trauma that this person has put you through. And it's like to the point too where this person gaslit you and manipulated you for so long that you were the only one fighting the arguments in the end. You were the only one standing up for the connection or calling them out on their behavior, and realizing it's like the more that you called them out on their behavior, the more that they just used it against you. So if you've recently decided to go full no contact with this person, to block them, even block their phone number, their email, or any of their social medias, this was guided by Spirit, because the more that you don't give them anything to say to you or against you, the more that you are winning. You know, it's like you could say to them, why did you cheat on me? Or why are you with this other person now? You should be with me and the family. And it's like they're somehow going to turn that around, is what Spirit's saying, and make people believe that it's just you being nagging, complaining, extra, lying on them. And the reality of it is, all of this they did to you, and you're having these private conversations with them, and they're turning around and twisting it into something it's not. And when it comes to the abuse, it's like, I feel like you learned a long time ago not even to bring up the fact that this person puts their hands on you, because the more you do, the more they actually just try and make you believe that you deserved it or it's your fault. And no one deserves to go through any sort of suffering or control exerted by another human being. So final messages here from Spirit. This is their karma. Look at that, you guys. 5 reversals. And I'm not trying to laugh, but the same way that they laughed at you behind the scenes, the little snickers with their friends, with their karmic partners, with their little party partners, while they'd go and rent hotels or go on vacations, or, you know, buy them this and that. They got all reversals. Unstable home life, unstable love life, unstable pentacles and home life, and they are shown as living in their shadow side. And this is the truth of what it is, because the truth needed to be exposed at some point over another. I also feel like too, what Spirit wants you to know is, if you have any sort of content platform or like Instagram, TikTok, this person makes fake accounts. So at first they try to make you feel like you were doing really good in your accounts and all that, but it was only because they had some sort of plan to either steal from you, to take from you, or to make you look like someone you weren't. And so they needed you to be really successful looking in order for all those people to see you as someone you weren't. So like, this person could have really just like hyped you up in order to break you back down. So if you've noticed that any sort of numbers have fluctuated when it comes to your pages or your platform or your business, even like sales, it was because this person was generating fake numbers, fake sales, fake likes, fake friends, and fake accounts in order to make you feel like when they pulled that away, that you were nothing. They wanted you to feel like you worked so hard and that no one appreciated you or understood you. But this was all part of their mass manipulation. And like I said, they had a whole group of low vibrational males in on it. So if you know this person likes to have a group chat with their friends, either like their childhood friends or like their gaming friends or like their specific, say they play a sport, like they do hockey or soccer, basketball, anything like that. They had like a whole group in on it, a whole community. So they hyped you up in order to take it all away to make you feel like you did something wrong. But you didn't. Because you're about to grow organically. You're about to reach those numbers. And they aren't going to be faked. They're not going to be fake pages. They're not going to be fake comments or fake likes or, you know, them trying to paint you to be someone you're not. This person could go as far as to leave really deranged comments on your pages. They could also be someone who has their friends do it in order to cover what they're doing. So like if you notice you still had a friend of theirs on your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok, and this person in particular starts like watching your stories all the time or keeping tabs on you, liking your content, this is because they're reporting back to that karmic person from your past. So Spirit needs you to cut off all ties from anyone or anything that is still siding with your abuser. Even if it's family, you guys, you have to make those cutoffs for you in order to regain your sense of stability, peace, balance, and especially if you have kids. Those kids do not need to be caught up in this situation right now. When you meet this new person, if you haven't already, they're really going to reiterate that fact to you. They're going to say exactly what I just said to you. Anyone in contact with this person from your past that you know is even speaking to the person from your past, you better believe that they're manipulated into believing that all of this is a facade, it's an illusion. Look at that. They could even tell people you were never married, or they made up that you were married when you never were. Take it how it fits. This keeps coming out. You definitely could be an earth sign, or you're about to meet one, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But that's you, Queen of Pentacles. Nurturing, loving, giving, and most importantly, she just looks so at peace. And whoever this reading resonates with, that is what you deserve after everything you've been put through. Emotional stability as well. The end of this heartbreak cycle. Wow. And like I said too, if you've been in this relationship with this person for 10 plus years, it's almost like a loophole. Like it just keeps going on repeat. And you could just feel like, when is this like cycle going to end? Spirit saying you always had the ability to end it, but it's like you were holding on for the kids, or you were just holding on to that belief that they were going to change. And something recently broke in you that made you realize they were never going to change. They could have actually went as far as to try and get you kicked out of a home. They could have tried to make you homeless or jobless, however that resonates. Definitely could have tried to make you travel to somewhere away from them. See, it's like if they try to make you leave the city or go back to your past, or to be in solitude, like struggling to get by financially, it's because they want to continue their masquerade, right? They want to be able to date new people and pull the same illusions and manipulations over them. But see, if you're confident or you're knowing in yourself and who you are, how can they do that? They can't, because you are the truth. You don't even have to say anything and you're the truth, but some of you choose to say stuff. And that's what makes you such a threat to this person and such a threat to the illusions that they cast over others. See, this person was really hurt in their childhood or growing up, possibly a past relationship with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag, that they are constantly in this distorted energy of only having like a physical connection with someone, nowhere near an emotional connection. If they are a narcissist, they are unable to have emotional connections. Like this person could constantly cry on demand. You could tell them something serious in your life and you see them crying. But then meanwhile, when they go through difficult situations with you, they have no tears. That's because this person was able to cry on demand. This masculine in particular doesn't have real emotions. The person I'm picking up on It's like they're a shell of a being. But see, they come across as this over emotional, overly loving and giving person. But meanwhile, it's like anyone they've ever encountered in their life, acquaintance or not, they have only looked at them at what they could take from them. So like this whole group of masculines that they have watching you, parading you, making you feel less than, they don't realize they're just all pawns in their chess game. That masculine has manipulated each and every one of those friends of theirs in some way or another. If they have their best friend or someone connected between the two of you watching their story every day, you know, they're saying, oh, you're cheating with someone new. But meanwhile, it's just to cover them and what they're doing, because you were always loyal and committed to them. They could have a Sagittarius in specific, convinced that you are someone you're not. Or if you are a Sagittarius, this is divine really recognizing the fact that you are heavily protected by spirit. But yeah, they could have a Sagittarius that keeps tabs on you in specific. All part of the manipulation. Look at that. Definitely could be a fire sign. You could have been dealing with a fire sign in the past, Aries, Leo, or Sag, and they could have really tried to come in between that connection. They could have tried to put an ending to it. For some of you, they did, but, you know, Spirit said that the mask is about to fall off. Oh my goodness. I literally just split the deck, you guys, and 10 of Cups and Knight of Cups again. So yeah, your Prince Charming's coming in. I gotta say your divine masculine. We're not even gonna say a prince here, because this person coming in is grown. They are honest, and they are most importantly loyal. And that is exactly what you guys need after all this. Trust that it's going to happen in divine timing. What Spirit wants you to focus on is getting your family back in order, getting your home life back in balance. And if you've had any struggles keeping a job or with your finances, you have to stay away from this person in order to regain that sense of stability. As soon as they come near you or in your energy field, it's like they're doing something to manipulate your mind, and they're trying to lower your frequency, your vibration. Because they know once they do that, it gets you out of that mode of feeling focused on your future and building abundance away from them. This person knows too that you could still have to rely on them in some way for finance. See, this is it. The biggest tactic that narcissists do, they remove your jobs, they remove your friends, they remove your family, any connection to you having a stable life. And they also try and prevent you from having new opportunities. Why do they do this? Because then you have no choice but to run and ask them for help. And if you and this person have been in separation because of them cheating on you, stepping out on you, or abusing you, this is how they're trying to control you and make sure you don't leave, is by either taking away your business, taking away your home, or making you feel like you constantly don't have enough in order to manipulate you. So I'm definitely going to leave a video about that, because I feel like that's someone's message out there. If you have been having a hard time receiving a call back about a job that you know you're overly qualified for, or if you randomly lost a job or even a couple jobs or a home while dating this person, they were behind the scenes intentionally doing this, trying to make you think that you were doing something wrong, but in reality, they just wanted to control you by controlling your finances. Wow, Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. See, they wanted you to feel like you constantly were just having bad luck, like it was something you were doing wrong, but it really wasn't. This person's been keeping tabs on you. So if you've been out and about looking for new jobs or like sending contacts to people via email, just double check your passwords, get everything changed, because Spirit's saying for some of you, this person is aware still of what you're up to, even though you feel like you're okay now. There's some way, somehow they have access to either your screens, your home. For some of you, be aware of like a hidden camera. Like if this person's been near your home at all recently, they could have tried to plant some sort of hidden camera or microphone in order to kind of control your whereabouts, your next moves. Like Spirit's saying this person is really almost like obnoxious with it. They're giving you little clues as to what they're doing. So say, for example, like you have met someone new and you're messaging this new person, they're going to purposely send you an email or a text at the same time. And what they're doing is they're screenshotting it in order to send it to your new person or your new potential. So be aware of that energy, because they've been doing this for so long. They thought you were never going to catch on. And Spirit's saying some of you could have gotten a new phone, but then you made the mistake of seeing this person again, and so they gained access to you again. For some of you, this person really just kind of did it behind your back. Like I said, you either have kids with this person or family or friends in the neighborhood, and this person was allowed to come into your home somehow, some way, without others knowing, and this is where they did this setup. It's like, too, they could have even stolen mail of yours in order to get you let go of a job or to prevent you from receiving a new job. They could have also done it to try and send resumes out to places in particular that you wouldn't want to work in order to make you look like someone you weren't. Like, for example, if you're someone who's a spiritualist or a healer, pardon me, little kitty cat. If you're someone who's a spiritualist or a healer, this person tried to make you look like you were unloyal, a cheater. They could have possibly even tried to like set you up to look like a stripper or a dancer, like something you weren't whatsoever. And they did this all to manipulate you, to make people see you as someone you weren't, to make people see you as someone who is desperate with a lack of finances. But see, what people don't realize behind the scenes is this person did this to you intentionally. This was all a pre-manipulated plan from a long time ago. You guys got to be aware of this, because what Spirit's saying is the tower moments will not cease to happen until you are fully detached from this person. You refuse finances from them. I mean, of course, if you're getting child support, then that should just be directly going in the bank. But if this person's trying to buy you gifts or give you handouts, know that they're attaching manipulation behind it, so don't take it. Spirit's saying if they're trying to buy your love in any way, for some of you, it's because there is a hidden agenda behind it, or they're telling people that you're reliant on them. And it's like, too, you could have been in a connection with this person for 5 to 10 years, and they could have just recently gave you a little bit of money or bought you one nice thing, and it was only because they know you're finally done with this connection. But what they're doing is they're turning it around to use against you. So just be aware of this energy. Final messages from Spirit. 7 of Swords. So what Spirit needs you to realize is this person isn't changing, and the more time you spend around this person, if this resonates with you, the more opportunities that they're going to try and block from you and take from you, the more competition they're going to put you in with others, and the more they're going to make you feel like whatever you're passionate about is not meant for you. They're trying to do anything they can to manifest a negative outcome in your life. And if you're a feminine, you already know you got to walk far away. Flock of seagulls, I ran so far away. Anyone from the 80s or love 80s music, I feel like that's a message for you specific. But literally, Spirit wants you to run. Look at, there's actually crows in there. It's like seagulls too. Spirit wants you to run far away from this energy that means you no good, and walk right into the stable arms of someone who does. This new person is going to be so non-toxic, you're not going to know how to handle them. Possibly you could feel like, is this an illusion? Is this real? You know, it's like, but this person, they're going to finally help you take that blindfold off and be happy like you deserve to be. So final message here, 8 of Cups. You have so many options waiting for you in your life, but it's only going to be when you decide to take that blindfold off and walk away from this delusional karmic masculine and really step into your power and your true authenticity, which you've always been in, but it's like this person tried to paint you as someone you were not. And, you know, this new person you're going to meet is going to show you what real love truly is. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really hope that could resonate and bring you a great sense of peace. We've got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So definitely going to meet someone who is going to match you on that vibe and really make you feel a sense of like being understood. And this person's going to allow you to open up, to be your soft feminine side. You're not going to feel like you have to have a wall of trust up against this person. And you're not going to wonder, you know, if this person is going to be able to help you or help you feel safe, you know. It's like this person's going to want to add to this connection to grow and build with you and not be the person to try and take it away from you. And especially if you have kids, this person's going to be very protective over those kids and claim them as their own, even if they are not.